Hello everyone, this is Laurel. We're going to be making a wired wrapped cabochon pendant today. I'm sorry I haven't been on for the last couple months, but 2 months ago I decided that I was going to go back into making jewelry, and I haven't done it in about 20 years. So what you're going to need are 20 gauge vintage bronze wire and 28 gauge vintage bronze wire. Now you'll need 36 inches of this. This will depend on how much you're going to be needing to wrap the parts together. And a lot of times you could just leave it on the spool and then just keep wrapping and, and then just work just along the way with it. You'll need flush nose cutters, pliers, and these are handy for making your little twists and turns and your little swirls. And you'll also need a ruler. So have a nice size ruler handy. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to need the 36-inch wire first. Let me move this aside. Now, I'm going to need 18 inches of this, and then I will make a bend at the 18-inch mark. And then just squeeze it together. Set your ruler aside, and for this, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to twist this wire. Now, if you twist it by hand, all it will do is have one wire wrap around the other, and that is not what you want. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a little T shape up at the top. And you're going to need a drill. So with the drill, you're going to open it up and place it in. And now you have to catch, now you can't put just the piece in there. Say like if you have the two ends, you can't just put it in there and expect it to twist, because it won't. You need to do the T shape. And then place it in there and let it catch in between. And then close it up nice and tight. And then on the other end, you're going to use your pliers and hold it firmly. As so. And then you just turn it on and start twisting. And then you can twist it to the point that you think it looks the best for you to work with. And we're done. I think that looks perfect. So I'll just release it. And it's finished. So next, I'm going to work with this end. Okay, so then you'll take it and put your cabochon next to it, and you're going to twist the wire around the cabochon and measure about 4 inches and start at the 4-inch mark. And now this piece will be a lot longer because we're going to use this also for another part of the necklace. So let's twist, twist, twist. It's easier when it's just one wire. And it doesn't look too good, so you just kind of bend it around with your fingers, and we will snip off a bit of this. There we go. And then you just set this part aside for another part of what we're going to do with this. You just take your time till it looks good. Don't rush. Okay, and it looks like it will fit in there really good. Okay, then with this one, let's see, we'll probably need about 2.5 inches. Let me see, maybe 2 3/4, and then we'll cut it off there. Whoop, catch that. And then we'll measure another one at 2 3/4. Now if you have some left over, you can set it aside and use it for something else. Now we're going to take the round nose pliers and we're going to do just a little, oops. If this starts to come apart, you can just fix it a little bit. And twist. It's a little harder to twist. Might have to use your fingers a little bit. Oops, sorry. And then we're going to go this way. Oops, did it again. Now when you're measuring to put the little loop on, be very careful because you want it to actually go inside a little bit. And I actually want this to come up a little bit more, so let me see. We might have to take a little bit more off of it. I will cut just a teeny tiny piece off the end using the flush cutters. Make sure those are together really good. And then okay, let's see, or just try it this way, see which way I like better. Both look great, so I'm not really sure. So So on the second one, we're going to do the exact same thing. Now I just took a little piece off the end, so I can start twisting this. See if it matches. Oh, yep, it's pretty close. You can keep working with it if you want it to be exact. Okay, and then you want to decide, because as you can see is one has a bigger loop and one has a smaller loop. So how do you want it? Do you want it the bigger loop on the bottom like that, or the smaller loop going up? I like the smaller loop going up. Okay, so one will be the front and then one will be the back, so they will be exactly the same. So next what we're going to do is work with the 28 gauge wire. Now I said you could work off the spool if you'd like, but I'm just going to cut off just a small piece, probably about 10 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this first. I'm going to let me get this right. I'm going to wrap around where I want it. Let me see, probably right about there. I'm going to wrap around. Four times. Keep it tight. And then I'm going to attach this. So I'm going to wrap around this. Get this right. I want it. I'm going to wrap around this. Oops. Okay. So you're going to wrap around both. Twice. Oops. And then you're going to wrap around this one again. And tighten it up. And then you're going to take this one, attach this one in there towards the back, and wrap around that one. Now this one you might have to just go through. Try not to kink it, because once it gets a kink, the wire can break. And this is pretty fine, so be really careful when you're doing it. This one's giving me a little difficulty. It'll be kind of awkward to do this at first because they keep moving around, and once you get them in position, this wire got in the way. Put that over there. And then let's see. Okay, so that's one. And two. Okay. And then you can do just on the regular wire right here, you can just do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can just tighten it up. Push it in there. And to tie it off, you'll just make a small cut close by. Take your pliers and work it in so that it doesn't scratch anybody. And you can feel that just to make sure. And same with this one. Okay, now that you have that, this is the fun part, putting the stone in. You know, it looks like it probably won't go in, but so, okay, so the stone will look like that. And we'll take this out again so we know where we're going to put this part. And you should have enough wire. from that 10-inch piece. So let me see. That's one. So you wrap it 4 times. Try to keep it together. Wrap these 2 together twice. Or you could do 3 times, whatever you think is more secure for you. And then come back through, and then just do 2 times on the outside wire. And place this up. And then you'll do 2 times around the 2 of these. And then 4 more wraps on this wire to secure it all. Clip it off. Get it all nice and secure. Oops. That one's scratchy a little bit, so Alright, and now this one. Okay, so there's no scratchy little points. Okay, so you have to fit this back in. Now this is a very thin cabochon. Wonder which side we should use. This one's more rounded, so this should be the front. Although the back is very pretty. Now to make the bail, you have to find the center and take your pliers and twist it up. Now I'm going to make the bail. Now what I think I might do is twist again on these for the bail. I'm going to have to open it up a little more because the wire is a lot thicker now. And we're going to hold it right here. Oops. That to fall out. And we don't want to break it. And we broke it. Okay. And we'll hold it securely right here. Let me see here. Stone may drop out again, but we'll see what happens. Oh, we might have done it just a bit too much. Oh no. Let's see if we can fix that one. Don't know if we can, but let's see. Well, since I had an accident doing the bail, I had to remake it. And if you notice, this now, the little swirl is now upside down. So, let's try this again. I'll clip this end off a little bit. And this one. Oh, I hope this time it works. Okay. So we'll make a little bend right there and a little bend right there. Okay. We'll try this again. And this time, if I mess it up, well, we'll figure it out. Okay. Let's try this again. All right, so I will hold it tight here and just very slowly spin it. And I think that's good. I don't want to spin it anymore because we had a little accident last time. So take it out. That looks good. Looks very good. Turned out really nice this time. Okay, because we've been working so much with the twists and everything, you have to be actually kind of gentle after, because it weakens the wire, and you know, we want to keep it fairly, just bend it a little forward for the bail. Yeah, so we want to be really careful with it so we don't break any wires. And then we'll bend it around here, like so. Like that. Oh, this is working good. Didn't think at first it would, but it seems to be doing okay. I'm going to lift it up a little bit more. And there. Okay, and then we'll just bend it in a little bit. And we got a couple little stray little guys there. So what we can do with this, bend it out. You'll need to get your stone in. It keeps slipping out anyways, so we're going to have to probably do another embellishment just to keep it in. Okay, there we go. And actually it's still wanting to pop out the bottom, so we'll have to fix it from the bottom. Oops. And up here, we'll just take this and do a little curl. And same, oops, get that in there a little bit better. It's wanting to undo itself a little bit. You see here. This one right here wants to get away, and okay, and then we'll just curl it. Oops, curl it in a little more there, and then on this side we'll do the same. Make a nice little curl. And flatten them out a little bit. It's a little harder to do when it's twisted like that. And then we will secure it with a little 28 gauge wire. And let's see, we can wrap it 3 or 4 times around. So I got all caught up. Oh no. Oh. I tangled it and it got a little crimp in it, so I'm just going to cut that piece off and work with the rest. So I'm doing 4 on one side, and then I got this little wire here. I'll pull that out for a second, and then I'm going to do 4 on the other side to secure it. I did a little bit more than 4. I think I might have been 5. All right, so then this one will come forward, and then we'll snip it off. And tuck it in. And this one right here, we will, oops, snip it off. Right about there. And then tuck that in. And now you have the bail. Do a little bit of adjust it a little bit. I think I might use this instead. Oops. Got a little tight there. There we go. Push it down a little bit. Move it. There. So now the bail is done, and then this is the back. So we can put the stone back in, and then we'll need like a little embellishment up at the top and at the bottom. Now we're going to add the extra pieces to secure in the stone. You'll need 4 2-inch wires, the 20 gauge. And what we're going to do is make these cute little squigglies. And to start, you'll need these round nose pliers. And go to the edge and start turning. And then you'll need the curved nose to help wrap it. And you can also work with your fingers. And you can just measure up to your other pieces to see if they're almost the same. That one's just a little, that one needs to be a little tighter. And I'm going to take just a little bit off, probably about 1/4 of an inch. And I used the flushed wire cutters for that. Sorry. And then we're going to go the opposite way and start making the little swirl. Sorry, that's my parrot in the background. I have a cockatoo and she won't go to sleep. And I think that's pretty close to the other ones. Actually, it looks just a little bit bigger. So we'll have to take it down just a little bit more. I think she's just going to keep going. And I'm going to, let's see, well, maybe we can just do this a little tighter also. Well, similar, not quite. Let's bend this out a little bit. And there you go. Now you have 4. Now you're going to need your 28 gauge wire. Oh, about, I would say, about 15 inches, just to be on the safe side. And if you couldn't see me, I was just measuring it. Then we're going to take one of these cute little swirls, and we're going to place it right about there. So we're going to have one this way and then one at the top going this way. So you're going to have one on the front and one in the back. So, oops, we're going to, let's see where they will go. Okay, right about there. So first, I will thread this through. And I will do 4 wraps. Then when it starts to twist like that, try to get that little twist out of there. Make sure you pull them tight. Okay, that's 4. And I'm going to do one more, just for some extra security to make sure it stays on. You don't want pieces falling off. Okay. We're going to take this. Oops. They're hard to hold on to. They're getting away. Oops, this one got all jammed in there. Okay. And then we'll just hold it there. And then we'll go, oops, underneath again, and then through that loop. Oops, sorry. I keep going off camera. Maybe if I had better eyes, I wouldn't have to look so close at this stuff. Okay, there. So we're going to do 2. Actually, that's just 1 so far. We're going to do, I think I'm going to do 3. That's 2. And oops, 3. Okay. Now I'm going to go under this one right here, go under that, tighten that up, and I'm going to go through another one of these for the back side. Do 3 to hold that in. So 1, oops, 2, and 3. And then we will do oops. And then just push them all together so they're nice and secure. This one looks a little moved a little bit. And just do 3, 1, oops. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's twisting up a little bit. 2. 3. And we'll put this together over here. So now so you're going to go through here, and then you're going to go through a little swirl on that. Now it's going to be a little hard, but it's possible. 1, 2, 3. And then, oops, now kind of shift it a little bit. And then just tighten it up. And then to make it secure, we're just going to go through this one right in here. Go through 5 times again. Oops. Just move it over. 1. Sometimes they're hard to work with. 2. And this is the 5th one. Okay, so now I'm going to take my cutters and just snip the last piece off there, and then I'm going to tuck it in. There they are. Make sure it's not, oh yeah, I still feel it. There. And then this piece goes this way. So I will snip off the end piece. And tuck it in. Okay. And see how that looks? Oops, I forgot to do this piece. Not a problem. That can just be added on if you forget something like that. Told you there was going to be some mistakes in here, and that was one of them. So for that, you can just take your existing wire and just go through the main wire just a couple more times. So shame on me, I wasn't paying attention. It's getting a little tougher now to work with. because now it's getting tighter. Okay, so I got it in there 3 times, and I'm just going to put it through. Oops. A couple times here. Oops, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to clip a piece right about there. Make sure you can't feel it. I do a little bit. There. And now this one, clip the end off. And there. So now I'm going to put this one up at the top. And so I will get another 15 inches of the 28 gauge, and I will do the same wrap and not make a mistake this time, and do the same wrap on the front and the back, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, now this is the final piece. I secured this a little more because this kept popping up. I might have to secure this a bit more also. So what I'll do is get another piece, just a small piece, nothing really long, of the 28 gauge wire. And let's see, these pieces are all secured very well. This one is not. So this one I'm just going to feed through up here. Oops. It's hard to see. Oops, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There. And then I'm going to do a couple, so I'm going to pass through a couple times. One, make sure it's tight. Two. Three. And then we'll pass through this again to make this a little more stable. One. 2. Okay, the end crimped a little so I can't get it to go through. It keeps bending, so just snip that piece off. Okay, just oops. Okay, and I'm just going to take them around this way. Actually, I'm going to do both of them at the same time. Do a little snip. And tuck them in. Sometimes it's hard to tuck them in, so you might need one of the tools. Either the pliers or these little tweezers are great. Just to snug that little piece in there. And take your wires, your pliers, your wires, yes, your pliers, and just get them in there. Sometimes they might be a little long, so if they are, you can just snip just a teeny tiny piece off. You see this one? And just get it back in there. So this is the finished pendant. Whoops, made the camera rock. Sorry, it's a new holder. It rocks. I'm not too happy with this one. May have to get a new one. So this is the pendant. Now I was also thinking of another option with it. I'm not really sure if I want to do this, but I was looking at it earlier and I was thinking about taking this 28 gauge that I had twisted and placing a bead on it. And the bead is, let's see if I can find a better one. This is a good one. Oop! And I'm going to chase a bead around. Okay. Just put it on up here. Okay, so this is the bead. And I was thinking about putting the bead right there for just some added, beauty to it. I'm not 100% sure I want it there though. I mean, I'm just thinking about it. I like it the way pretty much that it is. So, and we'll just leave that. We'll use the beads for another day. And if you have a cord, I don't have a brown one, but I do have a black one. And then you can place your necklace on the cord. And there's your pendant. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be having a lot more art and some photography, some crafts, and plenty more jewelry. So please like my video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.